No, I wonder if Twitch has that feature. Twitch.tv. Wonder if Twitch has it. Does Twitch have it? Video producer. Turn down a realist. Is it? Just a wee bit. That much. Oh my god. Why is it such a sliver or everything? Oh my god. Just sliver. Oh my god. Just a sliver. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna have to do it manually. There we go. Didn't have to do that, but I have to do that. Alrighty then. So that goes top. Alright. Doing that. Okay. Okay. Close that, because that is useless. That, because I don't need that. Open up Discordo. I guess I'll do going live notification. At everyone. Oh my god. Do that. Why? Why do you go from at everyone to like a random person? Today's topic is what again? Oh, data. Excellent. Yelpy. And oh, wait, edit message. We should have a stream link. Get shareable link. Send, and then send. Okay, that should be it for that. Should be it for that. Close that. Close that. Drink a little bit of that. Perfect. Hey, Nixie, how you doing? Yeah, long time no see. I'm finally done my moving, so I'm kind of happy. I realized I really haven't streamed at all since my move. It is really hot, Lewis. Oh my god. I am truly not a fan of this weather that we're having right now. Like, really not a fan. Wonder what the weather is. AC is having a hard time keeping up? Really? You shouldn't. When was the last time you cleaned your AC? Alright, Nix, you have a great stream. Yeah, your AC shouldn't have a hard time. Sounds like you gotta clean it. 6 months ago? Yeah, you're due for a cleaning, bud. Alright, I'll have fun lurking. Thanks for stopping by. Smells like something died in my house? Yeah, it's probably... Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't, I don't know. I don't know. If a mouse died in your EC, that's just pretty messed up. Google. What account does this sign into? Profile did you sign into? I'm kind of curious where VTubing's gotten on Fiverr. VTuber model. You thought it was a video? No, it's not a video. Or maybe it is a video, and then I'm just like really, really good at like making videos that reply to people. So if we sort by pro service, okay, there's like one result. Okay, let's not do that. So we want to see others. It's interesting to see how many are doing ads. Top rated 3-star. I will design and rig a pro live 2D VTuber model for VTuber Studio and PRPR Live. Okay, so basic model 287. So basic animations. Hey Jay. 791 for basic animations, physical bindings, head rotation, tilts. What's premium? $1,000. I'm curious. I'm a little bit tempted. You know, it's funny because what, not even 2 years ago, a model like this is easily $3,000, $4,000. 45-day delivery, 2 revisions. 45 days is really good. Rigging, facial, full body. What other work have they done? Ooh. Okay, I'm liking the... Ooh! Without the ears. Like, that would kind of, like, suit me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 26 orders in queue. Holy shoots. Oh, my God. Okay. At one time... One VTuber model, half body, 2 expressions, 115. What's premium? One VTuber model, full body, 5 expressions, animated rig. That's pretty good. Oh, that's your model maker, Andrea? So? A month early. What scares me though is the number in queue. Like, Jesus. But 5 expressions, animated rigging, check description. Premium. Okay, full body, head movement, body, arm movement. Arm movement. Arm movement. Wow. Oh my God, we're getting fancy. Mouth blinking, breathing. Breathing's good. 5 expressions, choose any. More physics, bust, hair, clothes, tails, or wigs. Pong Vector really focus on quality. I'm curious. Mute the music. That is really... So what concerns me is that this video is lagging. This is smooth. But this is a little bit laggy. Hey, Dolphin. Like, the little character over there is a little bit laggy. But you know what? 388, it's probably like the PC that they're using. That's probably what it is. It's just the PCs that just not really set up for recording. All right, let's check out customers. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, it's probably just... Yeah, that's way better. Seven-day delivery. 7 days? 4-day? 6-day? 7... Unlimited obviously, they're top seller. Unlimited revisions? My god, like, how do they not go crazy? That has to be within reason. Also, they're not paying for the paid version of VTube Studio. Tisk. Alright, let's see what else is there. So, we saw this one. What does Fiverr's Choice look like? So, basic, high quality, half body. I wonder how many people actually go for half body. Full body for $575, so $100 more ish. With rigging. Extra detailed character by our branch, 2 artists. Ooh. They got 2 artists. That's smart. Okay. If you want high quality animation. Okay, so premium. Most detailed character designed by a top artist, ready to rig. So this is not even rigged. This is just straight up no rig. Yeah, okay, it says it right there. No rig. So this is literally just the model, no rigging. I think a lot of these people work in groups / teams. Not all disclose it though. Yeah, probably. Hey. So full body character plus detail animation, $840. That's pretty good. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you guys caught it, but like I was looking at this. Was it this person? Yeah, it's this person. I remember like seeing stuff like in the premium area for 4K, 3K, 4K. So the fact that prices of models have dropped quite a bit is very interesting. Very, very interesting. For high budget clients requiring queuing, all models come with a standard commercial license. DMS for details, extended commercial. That's 15 to just remove a watermark? It might be worth it. I know I bought VTube Studio for the iPhone, and that just auto removes the watermark, which is nice. Well, no. I'm talking about Fiverr prices. I'm literally just talking about Fiverr prices. Fiverr prices have dropped because, like, I remember looking at Fiverr years ago, and it was way more than this. Like, it looks like there's a lot of competition. And there's a lot of 2D. There isn't really any 3D. I don't think we scrolled by any 3Ds yet. No, but yeah, I'm 100% only talking about Fiverr prices. I'm not talking about Twitter. I love how I scroll down and this is just like jiggle physics. That's right off the bat is what they're showing is jiggle physics. Just lower the stream window? Yeah, you could definitely do that. Or you can crop it out. I don't know. I like spending just the 15 bucks just to support the software that I use. Not everybody obviously has to do that, but lots of ads. And considering it's just a one-time, it's not a subscription fee. Thank God. So just rigging. Head to chest movement, XYZ, hair sway, eye, mouth open. I wonder what it takes to just rig. How much of a pain that would be. One ordering queue. Wow, this guy's fluent. English, French, German, and Japanese. Fluent. Fluent. They're fluent. In 4 languages. Fluent. Jesus. I'm more impressed with the fluent. Yeah, it could point to AI work. Yeah, it could. But that's why you always got to look at reviews, right? VTuber PNG model. This is just PNG. I'm curious. So basic 2 half body 107.96. Yeah, there is a lot of stolen, yeah. Commercial and advertising, game, fan art. So, okay, so 2 half body is 107. 2 full body is 143, so not too much more. Printable resolution file, commercial use. Does that come with? Oh, okay, it does come with commercial. I'd like to be I'd like to be fluent in Scottish, just for the novelty of it. I don't know why, but I've been watching like these random videos on TikTok about like these Scottish or Irish people just like screaming at their animals or their kids, and I just love the accent. I just love the accents. But yeah, custom package. So this package includes 2 full and 2 half body PNGs assorted according to the client's needs. You've been meaning to get a new model? I kind of want to get like a... okay. It's a little bit weird that I've been thinking about this for like so long, but I kind of want to get a model for like a substitute teacher. So like the days I'm not streaming, but have this substitute teacher kind of look similar to Asmongold. Maybe call it like Asmon Silver. Nothing that's too close to Asmongold, but like kind of have it sort of look like him. Just enough like when you scroll by and you pass it, it's like, is that? Good art though. I like their art. Got some kitsunes. VR chat to VRM. I will convert your VR chat avatar into a VTuber model. I did not know you could do that way. I know you could do VRM to VR chat. I guess they found out a way of doing that. That's interesting. That is crazy interesting. My only concern about that, though, going from like VR chat to VRM, is the like endless amount of stolen models that are on VR chat. That's my only concern. Or not necessarily stolen models, but duplicated models. A lot of rigging. Did we pass by any 3? We got a 3D using V-Roid, but it's another 3D there. But like, I really haven't seen 3D. It's all mostly 2D. What you looking for? Just really anything right now. And how you doing, Techie? honestly, just going through, looking at different models, the prices on Fiverr, mostly on Fiverr, but just seeing, you know, like how it's changed in you know, a couple of years that I've been on here. A lot of these look way too high quality with really low quality graphics, raises my eyebrow heavily. Well, yeah, there's obviously, again, you get what you pay for. A lot of it is reflected in the price. So, I don't know. Starlight says, oh, bottom left, it's which one? I remember being on here and seeing sapphires. I remember seeing sapphires on here. The pony? Oh, this one? High quality half body character for you, ready to rig. Yeah, so this, when it's like the three of the exact same images, that makes me go, But okay, but and this is the things I've told people for years and 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 years. When you're buying from sites like Fiverr, buy ones that have lots of reviews, right? And have been around Fiverr for a while. Not like the same year, but like a couple of years at least, to build up a reputation, to build up a clientele, so on and so forth, right? You really, and not just on Fiverr, but like on Twitter and everything too, because there's a lot of stolen VTubers on Twitter and such, right? So, it's stolen VTubers, stolen models on Fiverr and such. So like, be just careful, no matter where you are. But like, buy from somebody that's reputable, that has a lot of feedback. But even with the ones with a lot of feedback, you can get burned on. Like, even those ones you could get burned on. But yeah, top rated with 205, right? That makes sense. That's somebody you should probably look at. 220, 1K, look at that, 1K. Right. This is just drawing, right? Pre-orders in queue, level 2. Pretty good. How's it going for you? I wonder what it is. Bust up, half body, full body. I'm a professional artist and I've done 1,000+ client work from all over the world. So you're looking for an original 2D supermodel, you come to the right place. Makes sense. They have fake friend / farm team reviews too. Oh yeah, but that, again, that's literally any website you go to. That is definitely a possibility. You know, like YouTube, you could pay for fake subscribers. Twitch, you could pay for fake followers. YouTube and Twitch, you can pay for fake chatters. You can, again, on Twitter even, you could, pay for fake comments. So the problem is, and this is why I like places like Fiverr over Twitter, or Etsy over Twitter, or whatever, right? There's somebody in the middle of it that's holding on to the funds, right? And if there is an issue, I've done it with Fiverr so many times where my old Senpai Senpai Records music, right? I found out that it was somebody just ripping off other people's music, right? Fiverr gave me a full refund 6 months later. So they were on my side, especially if they, is a previously banned person. Why not VGen? Because you need to remember, Starlight, not every single new person that's coming into VTubing knows about VGen, right? When somebody's brand new to the scene, and I'm talking brand new, they just saw Iron Mouse, they just watched Iron Mouse for the very first time. They're like, I want to be a VTuber. VGen is not the first place they think of, right? The first place they think of is places like Fiverr and Etsy. Once they get to know people in the communities and so on and so forth, then they learn about some websites like this. But if people like Starlight and Cockaroo and all that stuff, if you guys come up with websites where it's, safer for new VTubers to buy things, then, okay, I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Okay, I'll be 100% honest. If you guys send me a DM somewhere, okay, with websites that are reputable, I'll make a video on these are the top 5 websites you got to buy your VTube avatar on, for first-time VTubers, or blah, 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 right? I'll literally make a video and publish it next Wednesday. Like, I'm dead serious. If you guys get me the information, I will make a video and I'll make sure it's searchable as shit on YouTube. I'll do whatever I got to do, right? But again, remember, when people are brand new to the scene, this is what they think of. This model that you're watching me with right now came from this website. Now, this was back in the day before AI was a thing, and so on and so forth. But, obviously there were scammers then. But I happened to get the same. Who else has a model from that person? Oh my god! And I know the wait, I talked to them. I know they're close to me. Oh my god, we built the 7 Days to Die base together. I just can't remember their name right now. I'm drawing a blank. But they also have, like, same model mommy, I guess, is what you want to say? But yeah, either way, there's not one website that's going to be 100% perfect on, yeah, was it Raven? I think it's Raven. It might be Raven. But I'm always going to recommend, if people, like, again, and you guys also got to think about it, budget, so on and so forth, all that fun jazz. If you're going to go to, like, Fiverr, which I'm going to tell people, hey, first model's super cheap, yeah, go to Fiverr. Especially the fact the fact of the matter is, and a lot of you guys tend to forget this, the great amount of, it's a high percentage of people that start becoming VTubers, they don't last longer than a month, right? So I rather them spend $50 on a PNG, or $200 on a PNG. Oh, hopefully not $200 on a PNG, but maybe $200 on a PNG, or like a low end 3D. I'd rather get them to buy it from Fiverr, have Fiverr backing them up if something bad happened, because they do. I've experienced that, right? But they have to be super smart enough at making sure they're buying from top rated, so on and so forth, with reviews and so on and so forth. Is it perfect? Is it a perfect system? No. Is there such a thing as a perfect system? No. Would it be better for them to go here? Probably. But again, every website has their issues. Not every website's perfect. And there's probably a small amount of scammers on here, but as this website gets more and more popular, more and more scammers will come to it. How they combat that, we don't know. But if you guys are willing to get me that list of like top websites that you want to recommend other than Fiverr, other than Etsy, to suggested new VTubers or VTubers that are already around but they want to upgrade their model, send it to me in DMs. I will be more than happy to make that video. Especially if it's coming from Starlight, I will definitely trust it. But yeah, a lot of people, they don't last past the first month. Let's not go too much into arguments here, guys. We will always have different opinions, not. We don't want to beat with the hammer too hard. I had a random viewer now, and then keep asking me to check their socials, and want to add me on their Discord, just to get me to pay them for their artwork to help me out. Yeah, I hate when people do that. I got my model maker recommendation from CDog VA video. Oh, really? Yeah, he did do that. I totally forgot about that. It's like one of these people, right? Like, this person looks fairly reputable. And I believe Andrea mentioned that they got their model from this person as well. Just started to get into VTubing and been watching your videos about VTubing on a phone with console with Lightstream. Any tips and tricks? Not really, sorry. Tips and tricks is okay. So if you got your Lightstream going and all that stuff, really just talk. I brought it up on stream 10 million times. You know, if we go to Twitch and you go to like a random channel, a random area, random category, let's go with not recommended for me, high to low, and you go sort this from low to high. You know, the vast majority of people down here aren't really talking, right? A lot of them are very, very quiet. They're just playing the game. They're focused on the game. How I stood out as a flesh tuber on, you know, websites like Twitch back in the day when I wasn't a VTuber. I can go back to not like Fortnite, please. But where's Rainbow Six Siege? Rainbow Six Siege not even, oh, there it is. But how I stood out here is I literally talked to everybody. So communication is really, really, really key. Really key. And I went from, I don't know, one viewer, which was Lewis, to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 viewers with like pretty big grades in a couple of months, right? And just by talking, because a lot of people that play Rainbow Six Siege don't talk to their chat. They're just too focused on the game. So talk. People, for some reason, don't greet viewers. Okay, that's true. But why? Let's pause the looking through Fiverr and triggering people and causing debates and wars. I don't want to do that. I love you guys. I don't want to trigger wars. Also, my typing is going to be really weird because like I literally have not streamed since I moved. and my setup is literally all over the place. I can hear. I'm trying to like. Does this work? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, let me. Oh God, this is a horrible setup, Senpai. Okay. So Andrea mentioned people pause the music for some reason don't greet viewers. Okay. Well, I should add the LOL. OL. Right? We got to get this exactly as possible. Exact as possible. So, why? Chat, why do people why do streamers not greet their viewers? What do you guys think is the reason behind this? Would you recommend streamers who want to play games play their favorite game? No. No, I don't think you should. Well, yes and no. When you're brand new to streaming, no. When you're been streaming for a while and established, yes. Mostly because, yeah, we'll get that to in a minute. Here, let me copy that message from. Also, Thorn, how you doing? Hope you're well. Okay, let's answer this question first. I've seen people do that when it's not someone who's regular. Oh my God, that absolutely pisses me off. Do that when it's not someone who is a regular. Why? Why do they do it when it's someone that's not a regular? Why is that? There has to be a reason, right? And let me get my big fat head out of the way so we can actually see the board properly. We do that. A little bit better. But why is that? My typing is going to be absolutely worse than ever. It could be very few that only get greet. So one thing I've noticed, and I'm always going to come into the context of a brand new small streamer, okay? Like you're a baby streamer, you're day one, doesn't matter if you're a VTuber, Flash tuber, a PNG tuber, so on and so forth, right? We can go down this rabbit hole forever on different streamers. But what I see what it is, one reason is they're nervous. Because when you get a new person that comes to your stream, you don't know how to react. You don't know this person. Imagine this, if you will. You're walking down the street and a random person comes up to you and says, "Hey, how you doing?" What would you do? Honestly, what would you do? I know what I would do. I would turn up the music that's in my little headset and keep walking. And I think the vast majority of us would do that nowadays. It's not like how it was in the 90s. Oh my God, I'm making myself sound old. But nowadays, people are a lot more crazy than they used to be, right? But socially, what people do on stream is typically what they do in public. Um, my pants. Oh my God, that's gonna be a lot of pants changing there. But it's nerves, right? They're nervous. Um, it's out of the norm. It's not common. for a random stranger to greet you? It's not normal. What can we do to fix that? What can we do as a group that we can think of collectively to help the person that's nervous? And then there's a lot of different reasons why this happens too. It's not just nervous. There's a lot, and we'll get into those. But let's work on nervous right now. What can we do to give advice to the person that's nervous? How can we help them? What do you guys think? Waving at strangers is common in the Midwest? Okay, so you guys got a thing in the Midwest for some weird reason where you wave at people. So if this person is on camera, this person can literally wave at the audience member as their greeting. Is it the best? No. But remember, you're a brand new streamer, right? We should probably add this. Super new streamer slash VTuber. Now, if you're a VTuber, you're not really going to be doing a whole lot of waving unless you're like a 3D VTuber that you spent money for like something to have rigging. But you can wave to your audience member. I've seen that happen. There was a streamer. I don't know if she still streams or not. Her name's Spinachy, and she used to wave all the time to her new viewers. She would also say hello because she wasn't that weird or awkward, but she would also like wave to everybody that showed up to her stream. Right? And honestly, waving to somebody is a lot less nerves or takes a lot less effort than saying hello. At least to me it is. Might be different for you. I don't know. Hey, it has been a while. How you doing? What else can we do for somebody that's nervous? Hello, I'm new. Don't even. You're not new. Saying you're new. Oh my god. Probably one of the best streamers I've seen out there. Meaning Jesus. We've rated you like 50 times. I know you're not new. I use my wave action on my model to greet viewers new and old. That's good. Wave channel point redeem. Yeah, you could do that. Talk about your passion, what you've been doing a while for a week. Of course, nothing too private. Yeah. But greeting wise, what can we do to greet, to help people, like to help the nervous person greet new people other than waving? Like an eye contact, flip a coin. So what's the situation in which people start to wave? So somebody brand new just showed up in chat. Just showed up in chat. Say their name and ask a question. That's a good one. And you don't even have to say hello. So we can say, I'm going to use you as an example. What games do you play? Right? You just say the person's name. What games do you play? You don't have to say hello. Acknowledge them of some kind. And just, what games do you play? Well, remember, they're nervous. Right? So they're not really thank you for coming. Right? Get a list of stuff to talk about. You know what a lot of brand new streamers unfortunately do? And I've seen some people do this. It's a little bit odd. A little bit odd. But I've seen a lot of brand new streamers, and I don't know why new streamers do this all the time. It drives me crazy. But they have this money that's burning in their pocket and they want to spend it. So they buy something like a Stream Deck. Right? And what you could do with the Stream Deck is quite incredible. But what you can do is Stream Deck / macro, an automated recorded audio message saying hello. So if you are somebody that is incredibly new, incredibly nervous greeting people, and you struggle greeting people, hit a button. Hit a button. And it can be literally as simple as something as tap, 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 tap. Hey, welcome to my stream. Right? Think of it this way: when you're recording an audio message, when you're like, hey, the boomers in chat, the people that are older than 30, remember how, you know, when we had answering machines and we used to have to stand in front of our answering machine and say a message over and over and over again? Literally the same thing. Some of you in this chat will understand what that is. A lot of you won't, unfortunately. But when you're recording, you're not talking to anybody. You're not saying anything to anybody. You're not interacting with anybody. It's just you and your computer and your microphone. So consider recording just like a greeting, a standard greeting, right? And you can use your fancy Stream Deck macro or points redeem, because we got beautiful programs like Stream Elements, Streamlabs that if you, or not just lab, but like you got so many different pieces of software out there that when you redeem those points, an automatic message can play. That is something you can use to trigger, right? And eventually your new chat members will trigger it for you when somebody says hey in chat. Mine had a Monty Python skit as the outgoing message. Oh my god. I wish I could listen to that, because that sounds like it was pretty cool. But that's something else you can do, right? Asking. And then I should put in brackets so we know that's a question. Boom. Okay. So what's some other things that brand new? Oh, actually, you know what? We should. Yeah, we'll go to Thorns later. Sorry, Thorn. Sorry. What's some other reasons on why people are not greeting their viewers? What do we think? You know, you say that's an old people thing, but answering machines are still a thing. I know because I work as a debt collector. Oh my god. I'm a little bit surprised by that. They forget to check their chat. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that. Forget to check their chat. Oh. Oh, I hate that so much. So what can we do to help these people check their chat? So, new streamer, remember this, new streamer. Let's make it more difficult. I'm gonna make it super hard for you guys. Okay, get a second monitor. It helps. Yeah, no. Obviously, a second monitor will help. I get that. No. You're right. But can only afford one monitor / they're on a laptop. There is so many VTubers out there. So many that just have a laptop. It is redonkulous. Oh, you guys already said it. Oh my god, you guys are fast. What the hell? Use your phone. Yeah, absolutely. You can use your phone, right? But remember, you forget to read their chat. So what can we do for a reminder to check chat? This is something I actually used to do when I first started to stream. to remind myself, because I was one of those streamers in the very, 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 very beginning that literally focus on the video game and never looked at chat. What's something we can do? And it's basic. And there's no plugins you have to do. There's no add-ons. There's no fancy software. It is basic. Every phone has one. Every phone has one. That's a hint. Ah, you got it. Phone alarm. Right? Because remember, they forget to check their chat. They forget. You guys got to remember, when you're a brand new streamer, and even some of you do it. Some of you guys that are going to be watching this VOD, I know some of you guys do it because I go into your live streams and I randomly check up on people that are in the Discord that are live streaming, and I will say hi, and 10 minutes will pass by, and you still haven't said hi back because you suck. Not because you suck, but like you're new. It's okay, which is good, right? So a phone alarm will help. As soon as you hear that phone alarm go off every 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, it gets you into a pattern, a routine of like, oh, I gotta check that. And eventually you won't need the phone alarm. After 2 or 3 streams, phone alarm's not a thing. You're literally checking your chat all the time. Whether if you only have one screen and you're looking at your phone, or if you have 2 screens or 3 screens or 4 screens or 5 screens, or how many other screens you got, because you got a battle station, you'll remember to check your chat. Well, phone alarm is good. Phone alarm is really good. Chat needs to be physically closer to your eyes. Make it a different if it's on the side of another monitor versus right to your game. Yeah. So, wonder if I could pull up MS Paint. I mean, not MS Paint, because we don't use free software here. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Senpai doesn't do that. We're a school. We can afford things. Give me a second here. Store. I draw. Will you guys see it? Hey, okay. You guys kind of see that. Nope, you guys don't see it. It's drawing literally everything now. Ah, what the hell's going on? Oh, capture cursor. Okay. That's kind of sort of close. Okay. No, now it's controlling Zing my bloody thing. No. I hate. I'm failing so bad at this. So Control Z, when you have a model locked, will definitely move it. Let's try this again really quick. One more time. Here we go. Definitely not MS Paint. Definitely software that we paid for. Okay. Really quick. File, new, don't save. Here we go. Super scuff. I'm sorry. But, so, you got 2 monitors, okay? So that's monitor 1. That's monitor 2. Okay? And you know this is a super scuff setup because one monitor is much bigger than the other. This was me back in the day. It totally was. Okay. So, you have your game. GAM. Okay, so your game's here. What a lot of people do wrong, and the reason why they don't check chat is because they'll have their OBS here. OBS. I am surprised on how well this is going. And their chat here. Wow, I need to be an artist. I feel like I need to draw a horse with my mouse. Only some of you will get that. So when you're so focused on the game, and you got your OBS here because really a lot of people, why do they have their OBS here? What's the reason why for the OBS? Why is the OBS here? Why do they insist on having OBS? They always insist on having OBS. They always insist that they need to look at their OBS. Why is that? Ease of access? No. Not ease of access. Yeah. To check things that don't matter. Bit rate, frame rate, right? They're always concerned about the bit rate, frame rate, resolution, this, that, everything else. So they want quick access. They want their eyes to look at that really quick. They're more concerned about the bit rate and frame rate and all that fun stuff over the chat. So, great way of fixing that. Arrow there, arrow there. Oh my God, I'm an artist. Literally switch it. Literally switch it. Or just minimize the OBS and just have chat as the one big window. You don't think you've ever checked? Oh, I'll be honest. I was one of those people. I was totally one of those people that always had to look. And, you know, if it was, you know, if I was streaming at 6,000 and for some reason it went to 4,000, I was freaking out. Or if it was, you know, I was streaming at 6,000 and it went to 10,000, I was freaking out. Why is it doing that? Yeah, no. Totally. Just flip the chat around. Right? It's that simple. It's literally that simple. And a lot of people don't think about this of having, you know, the chat on the opposite area. You guys think it's crazy simple and oh my God, everybody should do it and this is so basic. It's not. It's trust me, it's not. A lot of people don't understand the basics. So flip the chat. Okay, let me get rid of that. Crazy. But yeah, flip your OBS and chat / move chat closer to your main monitor. Okay. So use your phone alarm, right? This is super low tech phone alarm. And flip your OBS and chat. What is one more thing we can do to help the people that are, again, super new, or maybe they've been streaming for a while without any viewers? What else can we suggest to them when they forget to check their chat? What's one more thing we can do? And it's basic, and everybody, I hope to God, has at least one of these. If you don't, I feel really bad for you, but I hope you have at least one of these. What is this one last thing I'm thinking of that could help you, remind you to check your chat? That's a hint. Yeah, you could definitely set up or show me an example. You know what actually what I want to do is like rate your guys' setups. One day I want to do it. I really want to do it one day. Just look at everybody's VTubing setup and see what they do. Mod? Again, you're new, so you really don't have a mod. But you hopefully had this and... Oh, non-alarm clock? Ah, there we go. Friend. A friend. So I'm hoping at least all of you have one friend. Minimum one friend. You know what that friend could be doing with you? Discord call. Right? So if you could have one friend in a Discord, and I mean one friend, when you're first starting out, just one friend. Because if you have more than one friend in your Discord call while you're streaming, oh my God, it is annoying. And you just completely ignore chat entirely if you have a group of people that you're streaming with. But one friend that is reliable, that you could depend on to watch your stream, right? That is another viewer right there, but can also let you know when someone chats. This isn't really the most ideal answer or fix or whatever, but if you don't have a phone, because we're in 2024, Um, or you don't have a second monitor, a friend. I'm hoping you at least have that. So use your friends. Don't use your friends. Use your friends to help you. Have your friends help you. Yeah, okay. Have your friends help you. That's probably what I should probably say. Have your friends help you. I'm a person with a lot of work. Sorry. I'm a person for a lot of people who start out. Some get mad at me because they thought I was taking over their streams. No, that is definitely a thing that does happen, where you have that friend that you feel like, you know, is taking over your stream or so on and so forth. But you should probably think that as you needing to step up your game a little bit. Let's be honest, right? Streaming is not something that gets handed to you. Viewers is not something that gets handed to you. You kind of got to work for it a little bit, right? Okay, so nervous is one of the reasons why people don't greet their viewers. They forget to check their chat. Is there any other reasons we could come up with on why people don't greet their viewers? Let me pull this up real quick. They are alien to them? Oh my god, Firefox. You and your bloody updates. Okay, take a look at this. Okay. So yeah, there you go. You got chat. Oh, restream. Okay, restream. Had me confused for 2 seconds there. Restream. And then Twitch chat, right? So the two chats, boom, boom, right beside each other, right beside your OBS. And right there. I like that setup. No chat activity / workers. Workers. Language barrier. That's actually another one. Yeah, language barrier is definitely a thing. Sub or follower modes only. Yeah. Sub / follower. Actually, Jay's correct on that one as well. We'll add that. And we'll add language barrier. Give me a second here. We're going to break these down one by one. Because these three are good. And these are actually factual. We'll dive into it. So sub / follower mode only. Why is that? Why do new VTuber streamers, all that stuff? Why do they do that? Why, chat? Why? Why do you guys insist on sub / follower mode only? Especially the new streamers. Why? Voids, trolls, bots, badish raids. True. But why is the brand new VTuber streamers and all that stuff? Why are they concerned about it though? Why, like, how did they get concerned about that? Where did they get this information from? Because let's be honest, the vast majority of people on Twitch aren't getting raided. Especially if you're the 1 to 5 area, you're not seeing many raids. Like maybe one in your entire career. Those little numbers, maybe two, depending if you're in a friend group. Yeah. Hearing from Reddit, Twitter, which we call X, bigger VTubers, bigger streamers. We'll just say streamers, right? So they get this information from these people. What can we do to help them? What can we do to help them What can we do to convince them that they don't need sub or follower mode only? What's some things we can convince them? How can we help them? Anybody know? Well, we know people won't bother to follow you. But you can follow. Have a conversation. Let them know. Educate them. Right? There's something else you can definitely do. Oh my god, I just whacked my desk. Uh-oh. I lost tracking. I whacked my desk so hard. I actually lost tracking. Oh, I hate this setup so much.
Welcome to Senpai's
So
Academy.
much. You have no idea. I gotta redo this. Yeah, list some useful tools. There is one more thing you could do. I'm a little bit sad nobody's ever mentioned yet. You could totally join VTuber Vet Senpai's Discord. Tell them to join it. Talk to me. Talk to the community. And if you guys haven't joined it already, links are in the description down below. Hashtag ad. Not Nightbot? No, Nightbot's worse than no bot. And thank you, Starlight. But yeah, actually, and like I mentioned my Discord, but send them to a not my Discord. Well, you can obviously, and tell them to at me and or whatever, right? So I can actually see the message and respond to them. But what you could do is send them to a Discord that is informative, right? / educational, right? And that's where they could get some knowledge, information, and all the fun jazz, right? So what about no chat activity / lurkers? Senpai, have you ever gotten hate raids? Yes. Oh yeah. You guys want a hate raid story? Maybe Lewis will remember this one if he's still around. But back when Senpai was a flesh tuber, okay. Senpai wasn't as skinny as he is now, or fit. Let's say fit. Okay, he was a lot bigger. Let's just say that. Okay. So, yeah, I had a raid. I want to say, I don't know, 20, 30 people came over and decided to make fun make fun of what I looked like at that time. Endlessly. And truthfully, at that time, we didn't have amazing tools. I didn't have those amazing tools that a lot of you guys have now, like follower only mode, subscriber only mode, right? That stuff really didn't exist yet back then. So I just kept streaming, right? And they got, some of their comments were funny, but a lot of it was really mean. And this was during the Rainbow Six Siege days. I didn't even really have mods at that time. I don't even think I had mods at that time. So it was literally me, myself, and I trying to defend me, myself, and I. But I've definitely got hate rated just for my own appearance. Yeah, absolutely. It is a thing, and I have been hate rated. But it's all also depends on how you handle it. If you show the hate raiders you know, that you're being affected, that gives them fuel. Best thing to do, ignore it or joke around with it or play along. And usually they'll just go away or they become actually nice, dedicated viewers. And I've not twisted. I've turned hate viewers into like regular watchers because I was just like insanely nice back to them. But yeah, so when we got people that have no chat activity or just lurkers, what can we do to help those people? How can we help them to get chat activity? What's some things we can do? Some of you guys will remember this. I have made so many lurkers talk because of this question. This question alone was a heated debate for weeks in my chats because I'm an Italian, okay? But I love pineapple on pizza. If you ask people food takes, oh my god, it will start a war on so many levels. So a good way to get your lurkers talking is literally talking about stuff like food takes. Another thing, and this is something I've mentioned in the past, right? Talk about what you are doing / planning to do while gaming. When you go to a lot of these different Twitch streams, we'll pull them up in a second here. My god, I actually accidentally pulled up GIMP. Ah, the best, worst photo editing software out there. But if you go to like a random thing, so we'll go Rainbow Six Siege again, and you scroll from low to high, you go to a lot of these streamers, and a lot of them have the one thing in common where they're not talking. They're not saying anything, right? They're just sitting, playing a game. Yeah, a lot of them don't have webcams, which is totally fine. There are so many people that don't have webcams. Webcams actually help you a little bit better, in my personal opinion, or an avatar or something pops up on the screen, like a PNG tuber, whatever. But the vast majority of these people are not saying a bloody thing. So if you are just talking randomly about what you're doing in the game, what your next move is, you're planning your next move, right? When people show up to your stream, it will give an opening for them to give advice, or, oh my god, or feedback. Now, a lot of you guys say, oh, well, I don't like backseat gaming, stuff like that. It's okay. You're brand new to streaming. Let them backseat game a little bit, right? Let them give you tips. Let them give you tips. What if they don't have a mic? Okay, good. That's a good question, right? Maybe they don't have a mic. What can they do if they don't have a mic? You can't really alt tab and type into chat all that often. You can't. It's not really reasonable, right? It's not. If you don't have a mic, go out and buy a mic, first of all. If it's not in your budget, okay, I get it. But gentle elevator music in the background, right? Gentle elevator music. Again, you want to fill up the dead air with something. If you just have, you know, gameplay in the background, nothing else going in the background, what's the point of them staying? Right? And truthfully, if you are somebody that's trying to stream without a mic, I'm sorry to say you're probably not going to get very far. Yeah, probably won't even get a viewer. Microphones are very important, especially in the streaming realm. So try to get a mic, just a basic one, even if it's through your phone. Like, there are so many applications that allow you to use your phone as a microphone on your computer. They exist. So there's always a way of getting a mic or using a mic. You just gotta investigate a little. So gentle elevator music, I'll take that out, because really I don't want to say you guys should be using a mic, but yeah, I'd try to do something else. But yeah, talk about what you're doing. Give and again, it allows them to give some advice or feedback. But what else can we do? No activity, and we only have lurkers. What else can we do to get chat activity or get those lurkers to talk? So we've asked a random question, pineapple on pizza. We talk about what we're doing / planning while gaming. What else can we do? Or Corporal VTuber used his Xbox mic when his regular one broke. Oh my god. That's how important mics are. It's okay. Again. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not calling you out. If you prefer not to speak often and type, that's okay. But eventually, you're gonna, get more confident and willing to do that, and that's okay. Just know there's gonna be hurdles in front of you until you start talking more. That's just one of those things. Unfortunately. Text to speech is definitely an option. Yeah. I got a video on that. Literally 2 months ago, I posted a video. How to do text to speech. Or speech to text to speech. Yeah, speech to text to speech is what I did. Yeah. We could definitely transition to the more advanced topic. Charlie, do you actually want to hop in Discord and ask it? And then we can have like kind of like a podcast setting if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, that's totally okay. Do you have a recommended way of practicing narrating what you're doing? Yeah, offline. When you're not streaming, literally just narrate what you're doing when you're just playing regular video games. Obviously not in Discord with friends. But yeah, consider just practicing some narrating. Okay, fair enough. Um, so tonight's topic, let's make that segue. Starlight is right. We kind of moved away from that a little bit. Yuppie. We'll get to the other ones later. Maybe another stream. We'll get to the other ones. I'll leave them up for you guys. We can get to that. Streamer speaking. How to read chat, read out loud, and balancing chat when gaming. Kind of like we were just doing, right? Recording gameplay with commentary is a great practice. Yes, Nini. Yes. Absolutely. You're down? If are we going to be talking about this particular topic, Renan? If it's this particular topic, I'm down. Yeah. Okay. Hop in Discord. So let's do the first ever Senpai podcast without an avatar. Without that person being an avatar. I just join my Discord, then I can play with your audio, and I'll bring you into a private room. Go to general chat or the lobby. I'll drag you into a private room. Not even my mods can see this room. Aha. Okay.
Hello.
Wait.
Can you hear me?
Wait, my microphone's not even working. Uh-oh. It's not detecting my microphone. I'm so scuffed. This is horrible.
Don't worry, I think the wrong microphone is on too.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Can you talk again?
I'm talking
Nope.
again? Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Can everybody hear him? Them? Can everybody hear them?
Whichever one you want to use is okay. What mic am I using? Because I feel like it sounds so low quality on your stream.
It's okay. So, streamer speaking. Ask me the question, and I will do my best to answer.
So, Senpai,
okay.
Tell me, how does one, as a beginner streamer, perhaps you never tried to speak to somebody else before, right?
Sure.
How do you read out chat out loud to always keep them engaged? Because sometimes I just get so overwhelmed when I play League of Legends and I get really mad and I am ignoring people because I'm just mad. I'm so upset, and then they leave because I'm not talking to them.
Okay, so you're not talking to them because you're obsessed with League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of two things you can do. Number one is find one game. Here, I'm going to try to talk and type at the same time. It's not going to work very well. But find a game. Oh my god, I'm struggling already. Where it takes less of your attention.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be horrible. Your attention away from chat. And this is kind of like a question Thor was asking earlier. Would you recommend streamers who play their favorite game, right? And a lot of people, their favorite game is games like League of Legends, right? If you're playing your favorite game and it's something that you're heavily engaged in, it's probably best not to play that game. Instead, switch it over to a game that you don't care about, a game that you're not competitive over, right? Again, move your chat into an area where you can read it, like yours that we showed on stream. So it's close to your eyes, but move away from a game that you're super dedicated in. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So instead of League, what's something else other than League that we can probably suggest that you go to?
Personally, visual novels. Visual novels are kind of easy because you can read them out. You read them out yourself, right?
Yeah.
Which, mind you, you're filling out the air yourself because
exactly.
you're reading.
Yeah.
If you're like dyslexic like me, then you'll have a horrible time. But you know what? I love men, so I take it anyway.
Okay.
But it is an easy way to fill up the room, the air.
Yep.
And also, you can stop whenever you want to look at chat.
Exactly. Like visual novel games. Like I know there is one corporate VTuber that's currently Niji Sanji in their former life.
Oh, I know.
I know you know. But they used to play visual novels only, right? That was their main content. Sometimes they cook on the side, but visual novels is a great way where you can just pause at any time you want, or not just click the next screen, read out what's happening, or just react to chat and spend time with chat. And even visual novels allows you to have your chat engage with you during the stream and help you make choices. So you can include chat in that. And something like that is like a Detroit Become Human, where I got you guys to engage with me and help me make choices for a perfect ending. That's one, yeah. Yeah.
The best part is whenever they get you to pick the worst choice possible just because they want to see you suffer.
Yeah. But again, it's that engaging, right? Engaging.
Yeah. It does.
So another thing that you can do, realistically, this is the one I hate the most though.
Okay. Tell me about
it. Like honestly, I hate this. I hate
Spill the tea. Tell me.
YouTube, especially if you're on Twitch, right? React content.
I mean, here's the thing about React content is that it's cheap to produce.
It is.
And people care about your opinion regardless because, well, I am an avid watcher of React content just because I hate myself and I have nothing else to do. But sometimes you just want to hear the opinion of that thing that you like.
Exactly. But yeah, React content, again, it's just like the visual novels where you can just pause it whenever you want and then continue. So like, for example,
you can also ask chat questions about what you're watching.
Yeah, like, so I'm going to use Starlight as an example. So sorry, Starlight, but I'm using you as an example. Watch Bob Ross, right? If you're not feeling like you want to draw on stream one day, watch Bob Ross, pause it, react to it, talk about the brushstrokes or whatever, right? Those are some things you can look into, or like how he did the trees. Oh, maybe I could do trees that way. Maybe I could do them another way. Maybe he should do it another way. Well, he can't do it another way nowadays. But you know, you can engage with that content.
Can I add something to this part
Go
as
for it.
well,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is sort
yeah.
of the same similar vein?
Yeah.
Ranking streams.
Ranking streams. Yeah.
Because the thing about ranking streams, and I do them often when I feel like I can't draw or I don't want to play a game,
Sure.
is because you can give yourself sort of a formula to follow.
Right.
You have a formula to follow. You say like, "Go, this is garbage. I hate it. This is lovely. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. S, you know," and that is all good.
Yep.
But also there is this thing that is very helpful for those who actually, you know, edit themselves. I will not speak for myself, but if you edit yourself, doing ranking streams let you do exactly when it begins and exactly when it ends. You have a time slot on which you should cut and render and upload.
Yep. Yeah, and well, and it serves as extra content for you, right? It's easy. It's free content for your YouTube channel that you should definitely be making and uploading.
Oh well, I try, but the thing is, the thing about me, and the reason why I'm a relatively decent streamer is because I have ADHD. Therefore, I get distracted a lot.
No, that's
fair.
So that's fair.
But something that should take me around 2 minutes to talk about, I take 10 minutes. For which are just me talking about whatever happened to the cat, the neighbor's cat.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Hey, Solo Q, how you doing? Okay.
Hello, darling. How you doing?
So, next question. Let's go.
Oh wait, what is supposed to be the next question?
I don't know. You're the guest.
I'm the guest. Okay.
Unless you want to take over.
When it comes to streamer speaking, right? Yeah. I feel like one of the things that plagues me as, you know, the streamer in this question is zero response for whenever you're talking. Let's say that you set up a joke, right? Like you're trying to be really clever, you're trying to be funny, you're trying to be you know, Box Akuma from Nijisanji, whatever that fantasy is. And you set up a joke that is really clever to your eyes, really you're laughing yourself in your mind, and then there's crickets. So, how would you balance that, or how do you bounce back from that? Because that is a really awkward moment.
So your jokes are never as funny as you think they are. And I've done, I'm guilty for that. I've made jokes on stream, and they fell flat. Maybe because it's gone over people's heads, or it wasn't as funny as I thought, because literally it's not as funny as I thought. But honestly, you just got to crack another joke, or just continue on and pretend it never happened. Yes, is it awkward? Absolutely. But you need to just make a joke even of that, right? Be like, oh, okay, I thought it was funny. Yes, I'm funny.
That was
right?
funnier in my head.
Right, yeah, exactly, right? Admit that you screwed up, admit that the joke wasn't as funny as you thought it was, and continue the stream. Is it as easy as I'm saying it is? No.
No,
but
absolutely not.
As time progresses, and like a lot of this stuff that, you know, how to read chat, read out loud, bouncing chat, a lot of this is time. A lot of this is going to take you a lot of time to get there, right? So if your jokes fall flat, that's okay. Continue on, and honestly, watch comedians, watch Rodney Dangerfield. Oh my god, I haven't seen that name in like forever. But and see what jokes they're telling, right? See what jokes are landing for them. Find a VTuber, find a streamer that tells a lot of jokes, see what they're saying, right? Because remember, a lot of the our audiences, depending on what you stream, might be super young, under the age of 18, or super old, over the age of 30, right? There is a lot of people in the middle, obviously, right? But see what people are saying, jokes-wise,
Mm-hmm.
and go from there, especially in the streaming sphere. Does that make
Mm-hmm.
sense?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Honestly, that is something I need to do a lot, which is research.
Mhm.
I just don't have the time. Like I said, I am out there bothering people for them to give me money, but
Okay.
I feel like one of the things that is probably the worst thing that you can ever do
Mhm.
is get stuck in it. Get
Yeah.
stuck into nobody loved, nobody typed. I should just end stream now because it happened to me. It happened like on like my second year of streaming when I was finally getting some traction on somebody, you know, actually talking to me from every once in a while.
Yeah.
I would argue that trying too hard to solve the joke or explain the joke almost it makes it worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Like,
Hmm.
so, like,
Uh-huh.
I'll use myself as an example. In one
Mm-hmm.
of my most recent videos,
Mm-hmm.
or recent, you want to say that's recent, um, one of my last
Uh-huh.
videos, I made a joke that I look like Uncle Fester. Okay. I'm not going to refer to the video because I don't want anybody else to watch it because I'd rather just forget about it.
Guys, if you want to know, is the makeup one.
Yeah, it's the makeup. But in the makeup video, I refer to myself thinking, you know, I look like Uncle Fester. I laugh for half an hour, right? Thinking that's, you know, funny and funny and funny, you know, getting funnier and funnier in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Was it really that funny? No, it wasn't that
I
funny
mean,
at all.
it was funny for the old people who got the joke, and those of us who also got it. You know.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I'm glad it was funny for the old people. But honestly, it wasn't as funny as I thought it would be, and it wasn't funny as it actually wasn't. So, but that's
mm-hmm.
okay. You just got to move on
Mm-hmm.
and go from there, and then maybe your next joke will land, and if it doesn't, that's okay too.
Mm-hmm. So, as for a similar question in a similar vein, which
Okay.
is like the other genre of what one would say is a commentary is like insightful, right?
Okay.
There is a lot of attractiveness to somebody who's insightful, who knows a lot of things. Perhaps that is one of the things that Thorn was getting at when it's like it's your favorite game. You know a lot of things. You can talk a lot about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you make people care about that passion of yours? I know that it alone being a passion is enough, but how can you make it interesting? How can you make it feel like people want to learn from you?
Okay. So let's use the example of Warhammer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a VTuber Warhammer or 40K Warhammer. I can't remember the exact name.
Mm-hmm.
But say there is a topic that you're super interested in, right? You can't
Mm-hmm.
make a random person that never heard of that topic before super interested in that topic. Sometimes you can. Sometimes I will say sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
generally, what's going to happen is people that are interested in that topic are going to come flooding to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing to do
Mm-hmm.
in that scenario is honestly talk about that topic. Now, I wouldn't be like saying, you know, let's talk about League of Legends until the cows come home, and then you're playing League of Legends at the same time. But you know, if there's certain topics, make it topics that isn't always related to video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make it to something that you know you can actually watch or research, or again, the just chatting. You know, break it down together on stream. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about that topic together on stream. You can't always make your audience. So like for example, I'm VTuber Senpai.
Mm-hmm.
If I start talking about Warhammer, how many people would actually stay for me to watch, or how many people would watch me talk about Warhammer, even though my niche is VTubing education? Probably
Honestly,
one or
not a
two.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most
Mm-hmm.
people will bounce, right? And there's nothing I can say or do to make those people stay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in talking about Warhammer, make that your focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make that your thing. And truthfully, stick with that. If you're jumping from topic to topic to topic to topic and you're trying to do in-depth guides or deep dives on them, you might
Mm-hmm.
lose people on that. Unless you're like somebody like Bose versus the World on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
where she's breaking down
Mm-hmm.
crime documentaries. That's a different story because
Mm-hmm.
there's so many different genres within the crime documentary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, things like Warhammer, just talk about it. Just don't
Mm-hmm.
try to talk about that while you're playing League of Legends, because you're just going to lose people. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
stay. Like a lot of streamers will say, just keep it to the stream, get to the stream
Yeah,
topic.
yeah.
And honestly, I feel like part of this also comes with accepting the fact that if you're talking about your passions, do it with the assumption that nobody fucking cares.
Well, and the fact of the matter
Because
is, like, again, when you're a brand new streamer or VTuber or whatever,
mm-hmm.
they don't. And you guys got to be
Mm-hmm.
okay with that. They don't care because they don't know you yet, right? When people get to know you, that's
Mm-hmm.
different because they're now invested into you.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're brand new chatters, they're not invested whatsoever. They do not care what you say unless your title is something that is really baity. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So
And even then, they lose as soon as they see something that they don't either don't understand or they don't get that quite serotonin boost from talking you down immediately, then they just leave.
yeah,
So
yeah. But
yeah, I would, that would be my personal thing because I do it often. That is I probably most of the streams that I do it with the expectation of nobody's gonna show up, and honestly, that removes a lot of the preamble of I hope somebody shows up, I hope everybody's there, because I mean, at the end of the day, you do want to. I mean, listen, we're streamers, we are VTubers, we're content creators. We want attention. You cannot lie to me. If you're a creator, you want attention. And if you want this attention, you gotta understand that you won't get it most of the time, and appreciate it when you do.
Well, there's streams that I stream to 10 people. There's streams that I stream to 30 people. There's streams I stream to 50 people, right? And that's why you kind of need to turn off that streamer count too, because if you let the viewer count, for example, affect how you, I say that, I'm like incredibly tired now. I'm so out of practice.
Did my extrovert energy already suck you out?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
But like honestly, like that's why I tell people to turn off their stream numbers, because like they'll allow their numbers to affect them, right? Which then affects how they talk about their favorite topics or how they engage with chat, right? So having external forces bear down on you, it can affect what you talk about as well, and the passion of your topics as well. If you're super passionate about Warhammer, but you only got 2 people showing up to your stream, you kind of feel bad, right?
I mean,
you don't talk as
yes,
much.
Absolutely. Like you put your energy in because at the end of the day, putting the energy on streaming is energy allocation. Even if it's not a lot of energy, you're still spending energy on it, and you feel like everything goes to waste if there is nobody there to see it. But you know what, guys? Easy fix to that. Stream on YouTube. The bot will always be there.
Yeah, the VOD will always be there, unless your channel
It will come back to haunt you, like some of Senpai's old videos.
Yep.
But hey, I feel like it's turn for you to ask a question, sir. What do you think? What is a question that you would ask when it comes to this topic?
To which topic exactly? Like
how to read chat, read out loud, balancing chat when gaming. Like, what is a question that you wish, as a younger VTuber, maybe perhaps when you were first starting out, something that you wish somebody told you when it comes to this topic in particular, with how to read chat and balancing it?
Oh, I would ask. Jesus. I don't know. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Just everything. Yeah, and don't even start streaming to begin with.
Well, like truthfully, the problem is there is so much information out there, and there's so many people giving out the information. You don't know which information is correct, right? And what information would actually work for you versus it doesn't. So probably the question I would ask is, who do I actually listen to? Do I listen to that person that's been streaming on Twitch for 10 years? Or do I listen to
Mhm.
that person with 5 concurrent viewers on Twitch that has a YouTube channel with 10 viewers? Who do
Mhm.
I listen to? Do I listen to the noob, or do I listen to the person that's been staying around for a while? Because
I
I
mean,
did
the thing
both.
is
Like,
that is kind of hard, isn't it?
yeah,
Because they both can have good advice, but at the same time,
and both are where I want to be
uh-huh,
with viewers.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
So how do I choose? How do I choose who to listen to? Because a
I
lot of
think
people,
which. Mm-hmm.
and sorry, and a lot of people think, oh, obviously you're going to listen to the big streamer. But remember, a lot of these big streamers, they've been big for a while. A lot of their information, their knowledge, and all that fun jazz, old, right? What worked for them
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago doesn't always work nowadays.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that it comes down to experimentation, and I know hard, right? Like, how am I supposed to? I'm supposed to know everything already, right?
Yeah.
As a just beginner streamer. Um, but at the end of the day, it comes down to just trying it out and see if you enjoy whatever advice they gave you, because if you don't feel comfortable executing it, right,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not gonna help you out in any way. Like, for example, let's say do the whole alarm thing, right? uh, if you maybe get spooked easily with the alarms, you will probably not use that method because, well, it's distracting you instead of helping you. So
Yep.
that would probably be my answer to that. To be honest, whenever somebody probably comes to ask me for a stream of that kind of advice, it's just like, you know what? I just have fun, dude, darling. Just have fun. Do you have fun? Stream like no one's watching, and you'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But
Stream like no one's watching. That's pretty good advice.
mm-hmm. But yeah, that would be my personal advice for that one.
Mhm.
Um, but now that I think about it,
Okay.
and I know this is supposed to be about streamers, right?
Sure. Make it whatever.
But how about we talk about a bit more what is more of your arena, which is content creation on YouTube.
Okay.
How would you be able to follow up like with the comments, right? Because the thing is that oftentimes the comments that you get when you're small are like almost zero to nothing to do with the video, right? Yeah. Or when they are about the video, they're about how wrong you are. So how do you capitalize on that?
So comments, I try to do it as much as possible. Even nowadays, I reply to all of them. If the ones that are disagreeing or hating on you, literally, thanks for the comment. You don't have to engage with the people. You don't even have to read the comment of whatever negative thing they said. But you should try to read the comments and take the criticism as well. There's you can tell there's a difference between somebody that's trolling you and being a dick versus someone that is trying to give you genuine advice, right? If you don't agree with it, literally just tell them thanks for the comment. Leave it at that. And then if you can, reply to all the comments every day, right? Try to set aside 10 minutes to again trying to type at the same time. Not working.
I know. The train still gotcha.
Yeah. No, it's trying to catch up.
Do people know about this?
Not a lot. But yeah, try to set aside time to reply to your comments. And again, if it's not comments that you like, just say thank you for the comments. Also, YouTube has this function where there's an auto reply comment that you can just that are pre-generated. You can just select a pre-generated comment for your reply, and boom, send it, done. Right. So definitely try to think or reply to all the different comments out there. If it's not related to what the video is, that's okay. Go with it still. Thank it, or try to even talk about what they're talking about. You can have a nice conversation in the comment section if you really want. But yeah, a lot of your comments that you're first going to get may not be related to your video, and that's okay. Don't try to like delete comments or police what they're talking about. let it happen, because each comment that is left, each like, each dislike is engagement, and YouTube really cares about engagement on a video. So just farm it, let it happen, because it helps you rank higher and it helps that video get promoted more.
So you would argue that even if they're trying to troll you, you're just like, oh,
Yep.
well, tell me more about that.
Yep.
Why do you think I suck?
Because that's more engagement, right? More engagement equals better in YouTube's eyes. They don't care if it's a negative or positive, right? There's videos on YouTube for tutorials back when we could see dislikes that would have 1 million dislikes and 10,000 likes. Well, those videos with 1 million dislikes still showed up number 1. And all the comments in that video was like, this is useless, this doesn't help, blah, 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 blah. Still ranks number 1, though, because people are engaging with it. So, yeah, let them engage. Let them troll. And
in a way, it's just like making the best out of the worst situation, right? Because you're trying to make it so you're utilizing those people who are being really rude to you to get it to the people who actually it matters to.
Yeah, and this is a thing that you know, in YouTube comments or even in your stream chat, right? You got to grow thick skin. The thing about VTubing or content creation in general, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, whatever, there are going to be people that hate you for literally no reason. They don't know you, they've never met you. This is their first time talking about you or talking to you. But they will hate you. They will hate every part of you. There are some of you that may be furries. They're going to hate you for being a furry. There are some people that are guys. They're going to hate you for being guys. So on and so forth, right? So people are going to come in and hate you. And the YouTube comments, Twitch chat, so on and so forth, those are good places to start building that thick skin that you're going to need. So if you let those hate comments happen in your YouTube chat, they're going to bother you a hell of a lot less in your Twitch chat. Or sorry, your YouTube comments. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of does applies to everything. Like, there are certain skills between YouTube and Twitch that are like translatable, right? Like content creation, the content creator voice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It kind of does translate, and it does make me think that sometimes perhaps even letting them show them that you are doing good, even despite all the shit that they told to you, is just like the best revenge. It's like, oh yeah, look at that. What did those 10 minutes that you spent writing that lead to? Nothing.
Well, it's funny because those shit talkers in your comments, when you're much bigger, like 100K, million subscribers on YouTube, I was their fan for the longest time since day one, right?
Has that happened to you yet?
No, thankfully. But you know, I've seen that where you know, like YouTubers have talked about that, you know, where the shit talkers are their biggest fans, right? And honestly, no one's gonna be your biggest fan than the shit talker.
Oh yeah,
straight
absolutely,
up.
because they will always be there, and eventually, you know what the best part is that when the longer that you go on, the more you're gonna find that they're gonna find something that they like about you, and they're gonna say, shit,
yeah,
I'm in too deep now.
Yeah, but like your hate watcher is your biggest fan. They're more loyal than your than your like normal person, because they're there for every stream to clip you out of context. They're there to watch you every stream to make sure that they see every screw up you do, right? They're there to like troll you and so on and so forth. They're your biggest fan. May not be the way you want, but they are your biggest fan. Utilize them, use them, and abuse them.
Going back to the the streamer part of things, is because this was the podcast was supposed to be about, right? Something that Elaine's part says makes me think about particular situations, right? Like, what do you do whenever you're getting a rude clue, right? You got a rude clue, you brush it off as a streamer, you're like, oh, thank you for the comment, or whatever. But then people who like you try to correct them, and then a fight breaks out. how do you handle that sort of situation in which you've lost control of chat? Either be a fight, either be people are spamming something that has zero to do with what you're doing.
Yeah.
How do you take back control?
So stop what you're doing in stream right away. If you're in the middle of a game, middle of a run, stop dead in the tracks. Switch your chat to follower only mode, sub only mode, whatever you got to do. Stop the chat from going, and then literally tell them straight up. It doesn't matter if they are your biggest fan, your biggest donator, whatever, right? Because your biggest donator could be also the most toxic person. I've had that, or the biggest subber or whatever, right? And correct them right then and there. Be like, hey guys, listen. You know, I'll even use a earlier example of the stream when we were on Fiverr looking at stuff, and there was like a couple of people arguing about Fiverr versus other websites and right? Kill it right there. Be like, okay, hey, look, I don't want to fight in chat. This topic doesn't really matter that much to fight, you know, each other over. Let's drop it and move on. If anybody is not going to drop it and move on, I'm just going to time you out for an hour or until the next stream. And honestly, if you guys don't if you don't lay down the law now, when people do that, they're just going to take over your chat and they're going to do it every single time. And it's honestly going to take advantage of you. So lay the law right away. Cut it out. And it doesn't matter, again, if it's somebody that's brand new to stream or been there for, you know, a decade. You have to, this is your stream. They're there to watch you, to engage with your community, right? Kill it right off the bat. Don't let it happen. Don't let it continue to happen.
But Senpai, what if I am just too shy?
If you're too shy to kill it, unfortunately, and this is probably not the best advice out there, you guys could probably give a lot better advice, but truthfully, if you're too shy, end the stream. Honestly.
Damn.
End the stream. Because if you continue the stream and you got your viewers or your followers yelling at each other, the best way to break it up is just kill the content. Because, again, they're taking your time. They're taking views away from you. They're taking eyes off you. They're taking the attention away from you, and they're having other chatters. Instead of having the other chatters watching you, they're now watching chat. In the stream. In the stream, and then again, put in sub-only mode. Or even that. Just put in sub-only mode for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or follower-only mode for 10, 15 minutes, and just leave it there. Continue doing what you're doing, and then, hey, randomly let it back on to everybody talking again. If you're too shy, that's a way you can do it.
I feel like with this kind of stuff is like you have to not be afraid of losing viewers because of it.
Yeah. Well, so there was a person that would always be on my stream that would hit on me, and this person was pretty not vile, flirtatious,
just laying it on thick.
Yeah, crazy thick. And the thing is, I was always afraid of letting that person go because that person was a dedicated viewer, right? But my God, did that person make me feel uncomfortable and made the fellow viewers feel uncomfortable, right? So if I nipped that in the butt long ago, I would have had a lot more viewers back then, right? So again, just nip in the butt right away. Get rid of them. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The Plus Boy Association CEO, by the way, great name, does bring up something really that is also, I guess, an accompanying worry about that is like 10-minute rant trying to calm everyone down. I feel like at that point you went a little bit too far.
Yeah,
you yourself derailed the conversation.
30 seconds tops. If you go on a 10-minute rant, then your viewers are leaving, right? 30 seconds tops, put everybody in their place, move on. And then pretend it never happened, right? There's no reason to bring it up in the stream again. Just continue on. Don't worry about telling them the etiquette, right? Don't try to police everybody. Your stream is not, you know, a dictatorship. That's what the rules are for. The rules are like, if you guys want like basic stream etiquette, put in your rules. What do you expect from them? If you put in your rules no arguing, it's in your rules, right? Then your mods could take over and enforce those rules.
Maybe have mods. If not, then well,
yeah,
do it yourself. Then.
But again, it's in those rules, and you could pause your game and you do a quick, not ban, but you could kick them, right, from the chat. That's okay. Again, just have it laid out in your rules, and your rules are going to change 1,000 times over the years. But what if they're doing things that you don't like, just put in your rules. Don't have your rules 1,000 lines long, you know, basic 10, but yeah, just have it in the rule set.
Speaking of rules, is there something that you would say that you don't see often in chat rules that you think should be there?
Yeah. Don't talk about other streamers.
Do you think, like, is it really that important?
Actually, I should correct myself. Not don't talk about. Don't compare me to other streamers. All right, I had to correct myself on that. This is one thing that drove me crazy when I was a Rainbow Six Siege streamer. People would compare me to other Rainbow Six Siege streamers. Oh, you know, so and so uses that gun. You should use that gun. So and so does this when I say hello. You should do that too. Don't compare me. I'm not the same as them, nor will I ever be the same as them. This is me, my own stream. I'm going to run it the way I want. So, I think this is a rule that isn't really in a lot of people's rules, but this does happen a lot more than people think it does. Especially VTubers that have models that are similar to other people. Because, you know, you can only do so much as a VTuber. Eventually, you're going to have some things that are very similar, like color scheme or hairstyle, so on and so forth. So VTubers,
I mean, to be honest,
put that in.
Nothing is original anymore. Like, ironically, you're one of the most original ones because you're not without the bobs and whistles. You know, you're not a Thundercat who has lived for 2,000 years and suddenly became a fanboy or something like that.
Yeah.
But really, I do this. I'm sorry to bring up my niche, right? I do this with fashion as well. It's just like, I need you to stop thinking about originality.
Yeah.
I need you to start thinking about me.
Yeah.
And also what I say is I need you to start thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
Because what is the point? Being honest, what is the point of comparing yourself to somebody else? You're just gonna feel miserable.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And again, don't let your chat compare you to other people too. Right? That's just a deadly road. And again, if you don't nip that in the butt, it's just going to continue. Don't let it happen. What's one rule that you think people should have in their rule set that they don't?
Well, personally, I would argue it's the opposite. There's a rule that I would personally remove.
Okay.
Which is keep the chat about strictly, and I mean strictly, about what I am doing, because to me that kind of kills the whole interaction part, right? To me, it's like, okay, you can talk about whatever you want, you can talk about whatever it is, but it has to be short. It has to not lead to a rant.
Okay.
But because to me, at least to me, because I'm not that big, I don't have the luxury to make everything about me, right?
Yeah.
Which I should. It's my stream, but you know, I like to be welcoming. I think that at least when you're small, trying to police people to only talk about what you're doing is gonna make it hard for people who enjoy talking about this and that and the Satsudan style streams. It's hard to enjoy because if that is the point, then if you're not doing something interesting, then that doesn't really help you.
Well, and so like I've done this on my Twitch streams. I encourage people to talk about whatever they want, because as a streamer, you can only think about so much to say. Truthfully, you have a limitation of knowledge.
I feel like you only could realistically you could only plan the first 10 minutes of a stream.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and sometimes chat talks about very interesting things. So, and you know, this is one thing I've seen a lot of small streamers, VTubers do. They want the chat to focus on them 100%. You want a community of people. Let them
Mm-hmm.
talk to each other. This is one thing that I loved about the Discord. Still do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want the Discord 100% about me.
Mm-hmm.
If every single member that came into the Discord was talking just to me, that Discord would have died years ago, years and years and years and years and
Mm-hmm.
years ago, right? But because it was a community of people talking to each
Mm-hmm.
other, it lasted a lot longer, and it made it more of a dedicated fan base that wanted to come back, right? Do you want your
Mm-hmm.
chat to come back and talk to you? Absolutely. But you also want your chat to come back and talk to each other and be like, oh, I can't wait until so and so streams again so I could talk to so and so. Right. And that's how you build
Mm-hmm.
friendships and so on and so forth. And it should be something that you do allow to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where they can have conversations amongst themselves.
Yeah, it's just like with moderation, of course. Like obviously, you don't want
Of
it.
course.
You don't want it to derail everything because again, the stream it is about you.
Yeah.
But not everything should be.
But you know, there are those people. Oh my god, I'm stuttering.
Mm-hmm.
There are those people that is
Mm-hmm.
the main character syndrome, right? They want to be the center of attention in your chat and
Mm-hmm.
even in your stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those people you got to shut down almost right away. They're
Yes.
talking about their own
Mm-hmm.
live streams. They're talking about you should do this, you should do that, blah blah blah, right? And they want everybody's attention. Kill those
I
people
got you.
off.
I got you. I got you something even worse than that. The person who is always making morbid, gross comments.
Yeah.
About either about death.
Yeah.
Or about something that they want to do that is like not it doesn't comply with the it's not kosher basically. Yeah. It's not Bible approved. It is not something that sometimes somebody should say out loud. It's just something that should frankly land you in jail.
Yeah.
If you see something like that, and I tell you for personal experience, don't allow it to be there. Because never mind that it makes other people uncomfortable, it's gonna throw you off your game. Yeah. And if you are uncomfortable, everybody's uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what about balancing chat when you're gaming? What do you got about that?
Well, when that happens to me, at least personally, I never play games in full window.
Full window?
That's number one. Because to me, that is already distracting enough. With my ADHD, I want to be able to have things to do on the side, right?
Right.
Because I would lose interest in a game if that is the only thing that I'm focusing on, or if I hyper focus, I would not do anything else, right?
Right.
So one thing that I would argue is keep your game able. You have to keep you have to be able to tab out of it quickly.
Yeah.
This is particularly important if you only have one screen, because this is what I used to do. I only had one screen back in the olden days. But if you're on a video game which you can put in on a Windows mode,
yeah,
make it relatively smaller, easy to able to get in and get out. Because that would allow you to be able to look at chat and then go back to the game, then look at chat, then go back to the game, back and forth. Now, when you have an active chatting going on with somebody, but you need to start focusing on the game because, you know, maybe you're on a hard part, perhaps you are you're about to reach the point on which if you don't pay attention, you would die and you will have to restart from the beginning, right?
Yep.
On that point on, personally, when you interrupt, just be loud or just be like, oh boy, here we go, you know, like if it's taking you by surprise,
yeah,
you know, so that it kind of transitions and like, oh wait, this took my attention off of you.
Yeah,
you do the thing, you go through that whole part of the game, And if you're not, believe me, you probably at the beginning you won't have that many chatters anyway. Try to go back to it after you finished, right? After you finish, you go back to like, well, that was the fun part. So about your mom, like go back to it, try to keep engaging, but if it has gone past the point on which perhaps, let's say that you were playing Dark Souls and it took you like 3 hours to kill the boss, and then you try to go back to it and the person is either not there or they just not engaging with that conversation anymore, let it go.
Yep.
Because try to bring it back. It's just gonna make you feel uncomfortable, and it's gonna make you feel bad that you didn't pay attention before.
Yeah, no, totally. For me, for this balancing chat when you're gaming, kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Don't play a game that you're super into, right? Or that you're super invested in. Like again, League of Legends. Find something that is maybe similar to League of Legends, but you don't care that much about, that you don't mind dying or pausing even, and spending a couple of minutes talking about what just happened in the game, just happened on how you died, so on and so forth, right? Playing a game that you're super in love with, that's your main game all the time, you tend to really focus on that game, and everything else kind of zones out of existence. So finding something that you're not as super passionate about, but maybe chill and vibe with, do that instead, I think. Hey, City Lights.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's also the same thing with the with art streams, right? I'm sure Starlight relates to this a lot, which is it happens that you either talk to your chat or get something done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta be okay with not getting anything done. You
yeah,
know?
absolutely. And that's
Because
not just
at the
like
end of the
artists,
day-
it's just everybody too.
Yeah. Because like at the end of the day, even though you're there for a reason, unless it is strictly a work stream, right, on which you advertise you are here to work and you're just here to occasionally chat while you're working, that's fine. You can also do that.
Yeah.
I would argue don't do it until people that like can entertain themselves.
Well, and that's the whole community of chatters, right? Talking to each other. When they can entertain each other, that's when you can do a dedicated work stream. Sometimes.
Exactly. Sometimes, yeah, exactly. But just be okay with the fact that sometimes you're not gonna get anything done, or heck, even make a fun time out of it. It's just like I take a really long time drawing double when I'm streaming.
Yeah.
And when I draw, I just, let's say that I'm doing a design for like my pride flag dress design that I did the other day.
Right.
I'm doing my design. Is just like, don't you guys love that I've been yapping for around 2 hours and I only got one thing done?
Yeah.
Make fun of yourself. Be like, don't you guys love it when I cannot even do a single line without talking to somebody else? It's like,
well, hell, like I can't even finish my own sentences, and reading chat at the same time. And I can't even finish my train of thought. I forget what I'm talking about half the time. Well, I did in this conversation alone. Like it just happens, right? So you can't always be in the work mind. Sometimes you have to be scatterbrained and you have to talk to chat, right? Work streams or being entertaining, there is no both. Yeah, fortunately, there is no both. There's always a middle ground you got to find. But just again, games wise, because 99.9% of VTuber streamers, stuff like that, you guys are going to be playing video games, competition games. Try to avoid first person games, or games that don't require stats or wins loss ratios, or stuff that not going to keep you in bronze forever. Try to avoid those. And find games that or activities even that you can actively chat with.
And if you're doing story games, which is the other genre, make sure to occasionally because when you're doing story games, people will tune in for the game. They really don't care about you.
I found that one out.
And they try to become human, right? But focus on the game, but occasionally stop. Occasionally just like let's take a little break. You know, that was particularly. Let's say that you're playing something heart-wrenching, like I said, Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
Let's say that you just got to a point where the character died, right? Whatever. I don't really know if anybody dies there, but after that, think about it like aftercare. You know, just be like, okay, that was really rough.
Yeah.
I need to take some time. Talk to me about your days, guys. So how are you guys doing? Are you as heartbroken as I am? Do you guys also want to jump out the window? Because I want to do it right about now. Because, you know.
That's what big streamers do, though. If you guys watch big streamers, you'll notice after like a big event that happened on stream, whether it's tragic or funny or whatever, they will stop what they're doing and they will have a good laugh about it. And they'll like talk to chat about it as well. Like there's been times I've watched Asmongold when he's doing a dungeon and he just randomly dies because like somebody in the group screwed up. He'll have a 10-minute rant about it and talk about it with chat. Those are times to make that bond and connection. And you are absolutely correct. When you know people are there for story games, a lot of the time they're there for the game. They've never seen you. They just want to see their favorite game being played over and over and over and over again. But if you take those breaks and have that one-on-one connection with them, it increases your chances to make that person a regular viewer, even to like a different game.
Yeah. Fun fact, that happened to me actually. My first ever streams that were starting to have like, what is the name, regular viewers, right?
Yeah.
There was like story games. It was a visual novel, on which I got really engrossed in, to the point that I played it for 8 hours straight. Don't do that, Chad. Please don't play a video game on stream for 8 hours. Thank you. But this person came to me because they wanted to see people's react to the game over and over. They directly told me that. But they told me after a while of sticking around that they love my reactions to it.
Yeah.
And eventually they came to other streams. And I started talking to them about it. If they wanted to talk about the other game for a little bit, I indulge. I'll be like, yes, that game is really good. Let's talk about the moments that I remember from what we were doing. And sometimes, even when you're playing that game, ask them for suggestions because they know about this and they love it when people ask them about their favorite video game. It's just like, for example, again, if you're playing a visual novel, is there an alternative ending? And if there is, should I try to look for it?
Yeah. One thing people love to give is their opinion. So let them give their opinion sometimes, especially in story-based games. Oh my god. People's opinions, they live by them.
Oh, and they also love it. They also love to fight you about it whenever you don't agree.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Especially if it's a character that they absolutely love and you absolutely hate. The Walking Dead series. I did a lot of that. Telltale Games. There was one guy I hated. I can't remember the dude's name with a trucker hat, but I hated him. But so many people loved him. That was a debate, and that's, again, a memorable moment. They might hate you for your opinion on that, but they'll come back to debate you on it later on.
Absolutely. And sometimes they'll come back to see like, hey, what is that person who I absolutely hated doing now? And then they will check you out. Like, listen, you gotta, at the end of the day, when it comes to doing video games in particular, or like literally anything, you gotta be comfortable with the thought that people will not come back.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's gonna hurt. Let's be honest, it's gonna hurt. Whenever you go live, you've been live for an hour, you had a really good stream like yesterday, or maybe a couple days ago, perhaps last week if you only stream once a week like me. But you had a really good stream and then the next stream is not as good. You feel bad, or perhaps heck, you went from having 10 people to only having 2.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna feel bad. It's gonna hurt. Don't let it cloud the big picture, though. Because at the end of the day, there was a point on which you could hold 10 people watching you. Even if it's not talking, you had a point on which you could hold 10 people, entertaining enough for them to not close the tab, because
Yeah.
even lurkers will close the tab as soon as they stop being entertained. So if you're able to hold that many people, you will be able to again. It's just when it would be, who knows?
Yep. Well, and a lot of things people need to realize too is people have lives. And people have other favorite VTubers or streamers or whatever they like to watch, right? That person may not show up then. Maybe they're busy, right? And a lot of my viewers from 6 years ago are not around anymore. Like, I miss the conversations I used to have with codename Jericho 6 years ago. I haven't seen that guy in 6 years. Do I miss it? Yes. But that's just the nature of streaming. The viewers that you have, you know, built friendships and relationships with are eventually going to go away one day. It's very rare.
Do you mind if I name drop? Can I name drop?
Yeah, name drop. Yeah.
Okay. Lex Morte, which he posted something on Twitter a couple days ago, which was VTubers are like pets. For you as a viewer, they're with you for only a moment of your life.
Yep.
But for us, the streamers, you have been with us our whole lives, and we will miss you dearly every single day.
That's absolutely true. Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many people I miss having conversations with, especially from the Rainbow Six Siege days. Oh my gosh. Sometimes they, you know, oddly pop up in chat or in the Discord or whatever, but man, yeah. Well, yeah.
I know.
Chat members, like, I know if a lot of you guys disappeared, I'd be sad.
Oh, don't worry. One day I will disappear for like 10 years, and then I'll come back and be like, hey, you're still doing this?
Yeah.
Imagine. What? Like, I mean, not only that, solo queue, it's not even about dying. It's just people forget. Like, believe me, even the dearest people that you care about, you will have a point on which your life is so busy that you will forget about them.
Well, think of it this way. Think of it this way. Look at your YouTube, right? And look at the people you're subscribed to on YouTube. You go through your subscription list, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I totally forgot about that guy or that girl or that TV show or whatever, that channel. It happens to us all the time, and you just don't even think about it. It just one day just doesn't happen. So it's impossible to keep up with everything. Yeah, and people say it's evolved over time. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I used to like gameplays a lot more when I was younger. Now I fucking hate them.
Yep.
I'm like, it's ironic because I became the thing that I hate now, but I just can't. I am not for watching people experience something I can't anymore when it comes to video games, right?
Yeah.
It has to be something very specific that I truly cannot afford, and now that I have a job, well, now there is video games I can afford. But I am now much more interested on like either commentary videos, shout out to Licorice, or just videos in general of people doing something interesting, travel blogging.
Yes, travel blogging. Oh my god.
Or just like I ran a chocolate factory for a week, so stuff like that, stuff like stupid stuff that you would never be able to do yourself. I feel like that a lot of people, right? A lot of people just have this thing of like, I watch what I cannot do because what I can do, I'd rather just do it myself than watch it.
Yeah.
Right. So, and also as a content creator, you also have to. It's not that you have to evolve yourself, even though you do, right? You will also eventually change as well.
Absolutely.
And when you change, people will leave.
Yep. Oh,
like
Rainbow Six Siege. When I was doing that versus, people now, all the Rainbow Six Siege people left because they hated me being a VTuber. Absolutely hated it. I was okay with that. Sorry, go on.
No, continue if you have more to say. Continue.
No. Because I could go on a long rant about that one. stop myself.
Genuinely, it just for you to be a content creator, whether a streamer or a YouTuber, or I don't know, maybe you're a content creator on other websites that we cannot name here. We want to keep it monetized, right? You have to like, and I don't mean love, like the act of creating. And the act of creation is lonely. It requires the destruction of something, either be your time, your patience, your sanity.
Yep.
And oftentimes it will go underappreciated. But the fact that it's out there, you have to love that feeling. I hate editing with a whole passion. That's the reason why I pay somebody else to do it for me. But I started adopting this mentality of like, I don't care if you come watch it or not, because I'm proud that I at least put something out.
Yep.
It's not even so much about discipline. It's just, it requires you liking it. Because at the end of the day, if you've gone through all of this difficult stuff, let's say you've gone through the editing, to the pain of scripting, to the, you've gone to teach yourself how to speak, to chat, right? You've gone through this whole process. What happens then when the end result makes you indifferent or miserable? What happens then when, even though you have been teaching yourself to talk to chat, stream regularly, what if you just don't feel nothing about it? You just don't feel accomplished at the end of it. You're looking for excuses to not stream, or perhaps at some point you're like, well, what is all this for? If you don't have if you don't have an answer to that at that point, that is no longer your call, and that's fine. You can't give up on this. It's okay. Maybe you can pick it out and pick it back up another day.
That's what a lot of people don't realize, is that you don't always have to do this. You can take a break and come back, with a fresh set of eyes.
And sometimes you come back stronger than ever. Like, how many times do people just like take a break, then come back and they get better than before?
Exactly. Asmongold, I will say, definitely after his 50 breaks, he's definitely come back way better than before.
Yeah, and he's no longer hateful.
Yeah, that too.
He finally learned. And I mean, I'm not saying it can feel very, when streaming is all that you're doing, right? And you feel that that's the way that you can be productive, and then you suddenly stop, it feels bad. But think about it this way. If you truly, after a couple of days, perhaps, or heck, even a month, you feel like, I miss that feeling, perhaps you did like it, perhaps you were into it, you were just doing it in a way that was not making you happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can just go back to it, try something different, or heck, maybe try it again. And when you have a fresh set of eyes, you'll see that, oh my god, I don't really like doing this. I don't really like editing. I don't really like scripting. I would rather do something voiceless. I would rather just do highlights, or heck, if creation is for you, but you hate the process of coming up with a script, and you hate the process of being the center of attention, you can be an editor.
Yep. There's so many things you can do behind the scenes too that it's just as fulfilling. But we will call it there for today. I'm a little bit over, and I gotta go meet somebody.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Sorry about that, folks.
No.
I took over the chat.
No.
I was the friend who was reading.
That's okay. That's okay. But what I will do is I'm gonna link your YouTube. So this is the guest that was here just now. Go check them out.
Can I plug something?
Yeah, go plug away.
Okay, so if you guys enjoy the gays, if you guys are allies like Senpai, I am running a podcast every Sunday on the time of Pride Month. There's 2 episodes out. If you guys know the infamous favorite child of Senpai Licorice, I have had them as part of my podcast, and I am
Nice.
interviewing various people on different on what it means to be a gay content creator and about their content careers. So if you like that idea, one episode's coming out on this Sunday, featuring Twig, the infamous Genshin content creator who cannot escape from it. Um, you know, if you wanna check it out, do follow. I'm close to 200 followers, so
Oh yeah, go follow. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I know it was really impromptu, but I love an excuse to speak. I love an excuse to speak.
Hey, I'm the some way. Some way? I can't even talk. I'm done. Same way. Jesus. Oh my God. I gotta go to bed.
No, it's okay. Well, my loves, I will leave you sometime with Senpai. Thank you for having me. A lovely day, sweetheart.
Thank you, and have an amazing weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. We're going to call it there for today's stream. My ability to talk is non-existent. I'm hoping that this topic we just spoke about covered a lot of your guys' questions. If it didn't, we're going to try to do more of this podcast type style in the future. I tend to like this more because, it's a lot of back and forth, and it's easier to talk about topics or think of topics. So if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, I will definitely have a link in the Discord for, future podcast guests, and we'll do podcasts, little series on this channel on YouTube. So if that is something you guys are interested in, keep an eye out for that in the Discord. I'll have it up probably within a couple of days, the latest a week. Thank you all so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Let me see real quick if there's somebody on Twitch that we can. Oh, Beastorian. So let's go. Oh no, Kaku. Let's read Kaku. Okay, so I'm saying that name wrong. It's probably not Kaku. I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry. Let's go raid them. Let's go say hi. Let's go say hello. Give them a follow. Give them a sub if you got a free one. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming by. Have an amazing weekend, and well, we'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.